Hello, everyone. Happy Friday to you. We are recording this ahead of time because of the holiday weekend coming up for Memorial Day. So, happy Memorial Day weekend to everyone. My name is Caroline Feller. I am the Digital Platforms Manager here at Civic, and we have a very, very fun live with Brent and Holly for you today. So, without further ado, I am going to ask them to come up on screen. Let me unmute them. Hold on. And Mr. Marty, I'm going to ask you to start your video.
Here he comes.
Hello.
Hi. Hi. Oh,
Where's our production assistant, Brent Holly?
I know. You left him at home.
I did.
Socially distancing. Hi, gentlemen.
Hello. Hello. How are you guys?
We're fine. And like Caroline said, everybody, we did record this earlier because we will be away on Friday. And hopefully you are, if you're tuning in on Friday, great. But maybe you have some plans for the weekend that include social distancing and paying attention to all the guidelines. But, maybe getting out of your house or going to the lake or something fun so that you can feel like a holiday.
Yes, and thank you to our executive artistic director, Michael Lasley. Yay, for giving us some time off.
And so we're coming to you from our war room here at the Civic Theater offices, where we don't plan war, but we do plan how we're going to tackle things.
Yeah.
We don't plan war.
That's right. We do, we plan productions here. We plan general operations. We plan some of our education programming, everything in this little room. And we host receptions here. Some of you may have actually joined us here in the war room for a lovely glass of wine and intermission.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So Miss Holly, so we'll say goodbye to Gelman.
Excellent. Yes, I'm going to exude.
All right.
Thanks, Caroline.
Thank you, Caroline.
Ta-ta.
Ta-ta, TTFN. Ta-ta for now.
I was like, talk to...
No, that's what Tigger.
Oh.
Tigger says TTFN.
You just laughed like Tigger.
I know, I did. It was pretty good. Listen.
So how was your week, Miss Holly?
Well, we're doing this early, so it's a little odd.
Short week.
No, I'm going to tell you. So when I woke up this morning, I felt like it was Friday because we were going to do the Brent Holly live with Brent Holly, but it's not Friday. It's only Wednesday. Yeah. But it kind of is because we're going into a holiday weekend.
A little bit.
So what we're going to be talking about today is the sadness we feel that if this actually were Friday of Memorial Day weekend, where we would be and what we might be doing.
It would be Carb Day, typically, at the track. All of those of you who know what that is, it's the Friday before the Indianapolis 500. When it's the last chance for all the drivers who have qualified for the race to practice, and they have the Indy Lights Series race, and the pit crew competition, and then a wonderful concert. And it was supposed to be somebody good this year. Who was it?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Oh, that's terrible. Somebody will remind us in the comments.
Yeah, they will. I bet Michael Lasley, if he's still here, would be able to tell Gelman.
Would be shouting from the next room.
Yes, indeed. So we have a little, so what we've done is, I always have my glass of, and it's always water. I will guarantee you that. That's not to say it doesn't become something later.
Are you talking about Carb Day or
Mr. Marty?
Well, we're talking about everything. I'm saying my glass today is
I love it.
A cup that has Indy 500 on it. Now this was last year. This was actually May of 2017. So I've had this sleeve of cups that long because my brother gave them.
Mine has a hair.
Oh. It's probably one of mine. Sorry. The Carb Day concert was supposed to be this year. It was going to be Styx.
Styx.
Oh.
And REO Speedwagon. REO Speedwagon and Styx.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo. We would have at least tried to stick around and listen.
Tommy Shaw.
We don't normally. No, it's Dynasty Young, dear.
No, and Tommy Shaw's part of it too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we don't normally go over to the pit where the concert is a little crazier.
We old.
Sometimes we do, but we would have at least stayed to listen over the PA system. Anyway, we typically also try to get to the race, Holly and I, with our good friends the girl, aka Kimberly Roos, and her husband Ryan, aka what's his name?
What's his name?
And
Mr. Or as my boys call him, Mr. the Girl. Mr. the Girl.
We didn't go last year. There's a reason, but we don't need to get into that.
No, we don't.
But typically on race day is the very first day of what we call sea spray season, and this is for the adults in the audience today. Sea spray
you can make a virgin.
You can, but I'm just telling you, we're about to talk about alcohol.
Okay, yes.
And it is the official cocktail of summer. It is a cocktail I created at the track many years ago, and it involved, what was that? I don't know. It was like
It's this chair. It's this chair. Sorry, that. It's this chair. It's.
Sea spray is a little bit of a secret, but I'm going to share it here with you all today. Okay?
Yeah.
The ingredients are vodka. And if you want to be purist about it, you want to get the lime.
You do need to be purist.
You want to get the lime flavored vodka, okay? Lime flavored vodka, cranberry juice, cocktail. I suggest using the sugar free if you can.
Indeed.
Because you're going to drink a lot of it. And Fresca. So you know what a sea breeze is, which would be vodka, cran, and grapefruit juice?
Yes.
Well, this is vodka, cran, and Fresco, which is a grapefruit flavored soda, has no caffeine and no sugar.
Right.
And it makes it a sea spray because it has combination.
And it's so refreshing and so delicious.
So, and it's when you're sitting out there at that track in the heat.
Yeah.
And you just want a little refreshing cocktail.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I got this.
Oh my God.
This is what I usually look like.
This is exactly the look.
This is my look.
And
let me point out. So I've got the race car earrings. This is my checkered shirt that I only wear to the track. I've had it for like 8 years. I only wear it to the track. You'll never see me in it any other time. It's great because I wear a tank top, but this is for like it's too sunny, sunburn, plus it's checkered. My gosh. My bracelets, black and white checked. Then I have green, red, and yellow for the flags. For the flags. I usually do my toes black and white. But I haven't done that.
To Ann Marty, my mother.
Yes, it is a tribute. But this is normally, here we go, Holly at the track. Cheers.
Cheers. We'd have a sea spray.
Yeah, we'd have a sea
spray. And everyone sitting around us would be like, what is that? We want one. So we've always bring plenty to share.
But this is what happens because, everybody else is like opening their cans and they're tall boys.
Yeah, and I didn't finish because this is part of it
I'm
too.
sorry.
So you do a little pre-mix of the vodka cran, a half and half. And then you fill your glass about 2/3 with that mix, and then you top it off with the Fresca, garnish with a fresh lime, and always have a swizzle so you can continue to mix. And this is all over ice. So people in the stands are kind of like, oh, fancy.
Yes, because we get there early, and then in front of us, Mr. Marty will lay everything out, right? The cups line up, we put the ice in, the girl has the limes. It's like Tom Cruise in Cocktail.
We've always got a Cheez-It and a cookie and some cold fried chicken.
Now let me tell you, here's the cold fried chicken thing. Usually, I'm not a big fan of chicken on the bone in general. Kind of grosses me out a little bit, but I love it at the track for some reason. But here's what's
tradition.
Here's what's key about that, Mr. Marty. Right when you get in the stands, you eat some chicken, lip gloss for the entire day.
Yeah.
You're set. You just kind of, that grease just adheres and you got the shiny lip gloss all day.
We still recommend sunscreen because that does not act as a sunscreen.
Oh, well, and I know a lot of friends who have used this idea. It's a good mom idea if you've been a baseball, soccer mom, whatever. Get some old washcloths, just buy them at the Dollar Tree or something. Put them in a baggie inside that cooler. Get them cold, even frozen.
I freeze them overnight and then put them in the cooler, and then you take them out. It's real hot.
And you put them on the back of your neck.
Okay, so a lot of the point is it's all traditional stuff, and isn't that really what the race for us in Indianapolis is all about? It's a tradition, and we love it, and we were really missing it this year. So they've rescheduled the race for August the 23rd. Now, we don't know. Hopefully that will occur. Hopefully we'll be there on
August
Card Day. It looks fine.
Okay, thank you.
It looks fine. Nice cap. Okay. So that's our little tribute to the 500 we thought we'd throw in for today's show. But we have some other things to get to, obviously, because it is Live with Brent Holly, and we are here at Civic Theater, and we want to talk about Civic Theater.
Definitely.
Right. So we announced our season, Miss Holly, last week on Friday, and we're so excited. We've got a lot of good feedback about it.
Yes.
And so you want to just kind of run it down? I'll start.
Okay, you
So
start.
we're opening with what would have been our spring closer this year. We're going to open with Matilda, Roald Dahl's Matilda, the musical, which we're hoping to have most, if not all, of the cast that we have back for that. And that will open in October. Now, we know that things are a little wonky and we're not really sure where we'll be in October, but our goal is to do that. And if we have to adjust how seating works, I know we're working on a lot of plans for subscriptions and ticket sales, and maybe even adjusting our schedule to add more performances if we can't have a full house. Right. So just keep an eye out for all things about buying tickets to our new season that'll be coming. So Matilda in October is our first show. And
you know me, I have a little bit of a filter left, and I try my best to use that during the show. But for the naysayers who mention, oh, some of those shows, they already were good. They did them last year. It's the same schedule.
We didn't do it.
That's the point. The point is that cast was not able to perform. So we're giving them an opportunity, and no one saw it. So it's not like, oh, we're just doing the same season over again. So, sorry, it's just a few comments were like, well, you already did that. No, we didn't. No, we did not.
Don't send us any more emails because you're going to upset Miss Holly.
It's very upsetting to me.
All right, so what will our second show be?
What is our second show? Is it A Few Good Men?
No.
No, it's a Diary of Anne Frank. No, it's Elf.
It's Elf the musical. We're bringing it back, people. And so don't send us emails about this either because demand was high. That show sold at 98%, and that is a record breaker. So we know it's popular, and it ties into everything we're doing here. The Christmas market, the holiday season in Carmel. So Elf, the musical, will be back for the holiday season.
The holiday season everywhere, not just in Carmel.
Yeah, but it really ties into us here. So
yes, and people love it. So then, I knew that was next. I was just being.
Then you are going to get something new when we are with our plays in the late part of the winter.
Right, and that is the Diary of Anne Frank.
Yeah.
Diary of Anne Frank.
The great stage adaptation of that wonderful diary, that novel that tells the story of Anne Frank and her trials and tribulations. And what a great story. And we are hoping to bring in lots of students if we can.
For sure.
From schools, because it's a wonderful wonderful story for students to experience. Then after that, we'll be going to the studio theater, and we will be bouncing
A Few Good Men.
A Few Good Men, which we canceled actually, like literally that was opening night when the Center for the Performing Arts let us know
3 hours.
We'd be closing the campus, and we couldn't open the show.
3 hours ahead of time. I mean, the actors were here, and it was.
And it was truly one of the saddest cast parties I've ever been to in my whole life. It was a real sad time.
I saw the preview, and the show was stunning. So we look forward to bringing that dynamic story to you next March.
Yes, and just to point out too is the cast members have been invited back for both Matilda and for A Few Good Men, because it was already cast and rehearsing. So they will be, and we're hoping that as many can come back as possible. And for those who can't, we will give you more information. If we do need to find some additional people, that information will be forthcoming.
Yep. And then we're going to close out our season with something new for us and something new for the community. This has not been brought to a community stage here in Indianapolis yet. We're going to close our season with the fabulous The Color Purple. Based on the Alice Walker novel, and many of you will be familiar with the wonderful film, the Steven Spielberg film from the 80s that starred Whoopi Goldberg and Oprah and Danny Glover. And the musical is stunning. It had a wonderful revival, actually. It's one of the few musicals that had a revival within 10 years of its actual opening.
Yeah.
So we saw the revival, and it knocked my socks off. I'll tell you, it was like church.
It was a church.
And we can't wait to bring you this story. And I think that people are going to love it.
Yeah. The cast recording, I mean, it is just, the music is stunning.
The revival in particular, I recommend.
It is gorgeous.
The original.
So, speaking of people in that revival, I think this is a good segue to the headshot game.
Oh, it's time for the headshot game.
Woo!
Okay, I'll be back.
All right. God, I hope I get it. I hope I get it. That should be our music, like our theme music, bump, Boom.
Okay.
All right. Mr. Marty is going to get very close to the camera. He is still far from me, but that way we can see. I will let you, Gelman. Oh,
Very.
Oh, oh, hey, just like John Kern said to me last week, I can see your brain, Mr. Marty.
Yeah. Okay. So speaking of, the first headshot is someone who appeared in the revival of The Color Purple. Now, she was not in the original cast. She replaced someone in the cast. So let's see if we can get some of you to guess. And obviously, we're not having a live chat, so we'll give you a chance and see who is this lovely diva.
It's a shame she's so unattractive.
Right, and her voice is terrible.
Yeah, I mean, really.
Yeah. Her Broadway debut was in Elton John and Tim Rice's Aida, which Civic produced several years ago. And
she's also from...
She's a Hoosier. She's a native of Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
So, anyone placing a guess? Yes, we'll just tell you. Hopefully you've had time to guess. This is Heather Headley. Yay! She's fantastic. She was at the Cabaret here in Indianapolis last season. And she's just a wonderful person, and that voice, holy crap.
And who did she replace?
She replaced Jennifer Hudson in the Broadway revival of The Color Purple. Okay. Headshot tradition, we toss.
Yeah, at least you
all right.
know.
Coming up next.
Speaking of unattractive people.
See if we know. Miss Caroline, Miss Gelman, I want you to see if you can guess this one. Hello, Gelman.
Hello.
Oh, yes. That, Mr. Marty, would be Hugh Jackman.
That's right. Hugh Jackman, everyone. Star of screen, but also star of stage. He
and star
made
of
his
my
Broadway
heart.
debut. Oh, yes, of your heart. He made his Broadway debut, I believe, in The Boy from Oz. Did he win the Tony for that? I think he won the Tony.
Broadway debut, yeah. He had appeared in London and other places on stage before.
He's an Aussie, of course. That's a terrible Australian accent.
I know a dialect.
Soon to be appearing on Broadway, hopefully, in the upcoming revival of The Music Man, opposite our friend Sutton Foster.
Oh, and there's another connection to our reader later. Hadn't thought about that.
That's right. Oh, true. I didn't either.
I didn't think about that.
Okay, so Hugh Jackman, everybody. Whoop.
He's a what? He's a what?
He's a music man.
He's a Hugh Jackman. I was gonna say.
All right, our next one is also another close friend of mine.
Oh.
See if we can guess who this stunning woman is. Yeah, star of the Broadway and some television and screen work as well. Just recently appeared at the Palladium.
You gotta have faith.
Yeah, she was in most widely known for her performance as Adelaide in the Broadway '92 revival of Guys and Dolls. She won the Tony for that role. She also, got a low battery situation. Okay. Uh-oh, are we back? Okay, so Faith Prince, everybody, I'm just going to tell you because we got a low battery. We're going to take care of that. All right, Madam Faith Prince, who came to Civic Theater and did a workshop with us, and that's how we know her, and we love her. And she did me the extreme honor of singing Suddenly Seymour with me. And
I have it on the video.
I have never been the same.
No, you haven't.
Thanks, Faith.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. All right.
All right. Last but not least, you know, we have a wonderful reader coming up, a Civic celebrity reader, and we tried to find a headshot of him, but we couldn't. So we went with his alter ego. So our reader is going to be Mr. Steve Cruz. We're going to bring him up in a minute, but we didn't have a headshot of him, so we have this guy. Anyone? This is the other Cruz. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ian Cruz.
Cruz with the C.
That's right. Not Cruz with a K. Because Cruz with a K does not make any sense. Yes, Ian Cruz, fabulous supporter, has been a board member for us on our selection committee for plays, and is just a wonderful actor and supporter of the arts around town. So shout out to Ian Cruz on Live with Brent and Holly.
And Ian and Natalie are big fans of Carbs Day.
Yes.
Speaking of the race.
They are Filipino, and they thought it was Carbs Day. I don't know what to tell you. All right. Thanks, Ian. Okay. Seeing as how we're running out of our battery, Miss Caroline, we might want to go straight to our celebrity reader.
And then we'll talk to him
Yes,
later.
I think you're probably right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Live with Brent Holly, Mr. Steve Cruz.
The Civic Man Crush!
Yay, Steve, I'm going to ask you to bring up your video.
All righty, starting my video. Hey, everybody. Hello.
Here he is. He's coming. Your thing has popped up, but we don't see. There's no. There he
There
is.
he is!
Hey.
Hey, Steve!
Hello, everyone.
Steve,
Thank you.
Steve, what are you going to
Thank
read
you
for
to
us
my
today?
ISP provider. It's a squirrel running over on the internet over there, trying to keep
Oh,
the
you
web
need to
going.
feed it. You need to feed it.
Yeah.
What are you going to be reading for us today?
Well, I am reading this delightful book from Dr. Seuss called
Oh,
"Oh, the Places You'll Go." Now, the
A
book was
favorite.
published in 1990, and it was given to me the year I graduated from college, which was 91. And so I thought, you know what, since all these kids they're having their graduation, the ceremony kind of taken away from them. You were talking about
Yeah.
the tradition of the track. Well, that's a tradition, kind of a rite of passage
Of course
for
it
kids
is, yeah.
as well. And I thought, you know what, this was given to me. I read it for a group a couple of years ago. And so I thought I would do that for these cats that are out there rolling around, especially these Civic kids. I can't say enough for whoever's watching this. Send your kids to Civic. These two champions right here.
Thank you, Mr.
They
Cruz.
will take care of
Shout
it. I
out.
want to see people get ready. Yep, it's absolutely a great program. So if you want, I'll just go ahead and get started.
Yep.
Take
Let
it
me
away.
go ahead and send Brent and Holly away. And all right, you are good to go, Mr. Cruz, whenever you're ready.
Hot dog. Hello, children. Hello. I'm Steve Cruz of the Connecticut Cruises. Anyway, what I have for you today is a delightful book from Dr. Seuss. Oh, the places you'll go. Congratulations. Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. Look at that. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. And you steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. And you are the guy who'll decide where to go. You'll look up and down streets, look them over with care. About some you will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not too good street. And you may not find any you want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. It's opener there in the wide open air. Yes, oh, the things that can happen and frequently do to people as brainy and footsie as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew. Just go right along. You'll start happening too. Oh, the places you'll go. You'll be on your way up. You'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers and soar to high heights. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all the rest. Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. I'm sorry to say so, but sadly it's true that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. You'll get all hung up in a prickly perch, and your gang will fly on. You'll be left in a lurch. You'll come down from the lurch with an unpleasant bump, and the chances are then you'll be in a slump. And when you're in a slump, you're not in for much fun. Unslumping yourself is not easily done. You will come to a place where the streets are not marked. Some windows are lighted, but mostly they're dark. A place you could sprain both your elbow and chin. Do you dare stay out? Do you dare go in? How much can you lose? How much can you win? And if you should go in, do you turn left or right? Or right and 3/4, or maybe not quite? Or go back and sneak in from behind? Simple or not, I'm afraid you will find for a mind maker upper to make up their mind. You can get so confused that you'll start into race down long wiggled roads at a breaknecking pace, grind on for miles across weirdish wild space. Headed, I fear, for a most useless place, a waiting place for people just waiting, waiting for a train to go, or a bus to come, or a plane to go, or mail to come, or the rain to go, or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow, or waiting around for a yes or a no, or waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone's just waiting, waiting for the fish to bite, or waiting for wind to fly a kite, or waiting around for Friday night, or waiting perhaps for their Uncle Jake, or a pot to boil, or a better break, or a string of pearls, or a pair of pants, or a wig with curls, or another chance. Everyone is just waiting. No, that's not for you. Somehow you'll escape all that waiting and staying. You'll find the bright places where boom bands are playing. With banner flapping, once more you'll ride high, ready for anything under the sky. Ready because you are that kind of guy. Oh, the places you'll go. There is fun to be done. There are points to be scored. There are games to be won. All the magical things that you can do with that ball will make you the winningest winner of all. Fame. You'll be famous as famous can be, with the whole wide world watching you win on TV. Except when they don't, because sometimes they won't. I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play lonely games too, games you can't win because you'll play against you. All alone, whether you like it or not. Alone will be something you'll be quite a lot. And when you're alone, there's a very good chance you'll meet things that scare you right out of your pants. There are some down the road between hither and yon that can scare you so much you won't want to go on. But on you will go. Though the weather be foul, on you will go. Though your enemies prowl, on you will go. Though the hackencracks howl, onward to many a frightening creek. Though your arms may get sore and your sneakers may leak. On and on you will hike, and I know you'll hike far. Face up to your problems, whatever they are. You'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You'll get mixed up with many strange birds as you go. So be sure when you step with care and great tact. And remember that life is a balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left. And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. Kid, you're gonna move mountains. So be your name Bucksbaum or Bixby or Bray or Mordecai, Ali Van Ellen O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Congratulations, class of 2020. Get out
Oh,
of here.
so lovely. Thank you, Steve. Oh,
Was it big hearts? Can I do
yes. Yes.
that?
Brent and Holly, I'm going to ask you to start your video again. That was just lovely.
Thank you, Steve Cruz.
Oh, what a
Oh,
great
yeah, sure.
story. Thank you, Steve.
My pleasure. Hey, you know what? It's funny that you guys mentioned Matilda because, believe it or not, I get to come back. I get to come back and play Mr. Wormwood. So I will see everybody in the fall there. I love the picture in the back there from Rumors. Civic's been a great family
you're
to me.
in it, but you're way over.
Way over stage right.
And it's your back, so it could be anybody, really. It's
Well,
just...
I remember that tableau very well because I used to try to make Christine laugh, and then she would push me into the bathroom. So
She doesn't look like she's laughing. She looks like she might be saying to you, "Don't you dare make me laugh." That's what the face is. So let's talk about some other things you've done. Your first show was Spamalot, right?
Well, you know what? My first was way back in 1993. I was part of a thing called Kid Connection with Civic.
Oh, Kid Connection, yes.
I took, there was a, yeah, so I did that for about and then took 22 years off, and there was Spamalot, just ready and waiting.
And you were fabulous in that, and so many other things. We can't wait to welcome you back home.
Yeah, can't wait. Very excited. Also, you know what I'm looking forward to? I'm really looking forward to June 11th, right? There's a fundraiser coming up, June 11th.
Yes, sir.
What is that, a Thursday night? That's the Thursday night special, so save the date for sure.
For sure. Thank you. We hope you will. And I know you've got a meeting to get to, so thank you for joining us, Mr. Cruz, and being our celebrity guest reader today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for always watching Live with Brent and Holly.
Yes, you are a devoted fan.
Wouldn't miss it.
We'll send you the T-shirt.
The mug.
Oh, that's good. Yes,
Whatever.
please send them. I need mugs. Okay, bye.
Goodbye,
Okay.
Steve.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Bye, Steve Cruz. Say hi to Natalie. Oh, yeah, that's the other one.
Bye.
All right, bye, Steve.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
so
See you
speaking
later.
of June 11th, our fundraiser coming up on June 11th is going to be virtual.
It is.
Virtual
Of course
fundraiser.
it will. Yes.
We'll have information coming on all of our social media platforms and on our website about how you can participate in that. We're going to be doing a day-long thing. We'll have things going on all day. And the silent auction is actually starting earlier that week. So you have a whole week to participate in the silent auction. And then the evening of June 11th, time TBD, but we're thinking around 7 o'clock probably, will be the virtual fundraiser where you can purchase a ticket to and get online with us and see all of the great content that we're going to have that night. Performances from our junior civic kids, from the cast of Matilda.
Yes.
Our YAP kids will be performing. We'll have our awards that we present every year for the education department. Anything else?
No, but I would like to, Miss Caroline is not only the Gelman of Live with Brent and Holly, she, is the digital platforms manager, but she is really she is the queen of the fundraiser. She's not the princess, she's the queen. She rules.
And she makes sure it runs.
She knows the law of the land. So,
I do. I make sure all the technology
Caroline,
works.
talk to you about some of the ins and outs of the details of how to get tickets and the prices and things that we're looking at.
Absolutely. So we are going to, in light of the fact that all of this is virtual, every year we do our silent auction on a silent auction platform. So that portion is not going to be any different. So starting next Tuesday, tickets for the around 6 p.m. actual performance portion of the fundraiser that day. Those tickets are going to be on sale on Tuesday after we get through the holiday. And those will be $25 per person or $50 for a family to watch all of the activities that we have. There's going to be a lot of great content, and it's sort of like an expanded, souped up version of Live with Brent and Holly. But so those tickets, and those will be on sale on our silent auction website, which we will give everyone a link to. It will be live starting Tuesday. You will be able to start looking at different silent auction items that we have that are coming up. We have some incredible silent auction items this year. We are really playing into, we really want people to get outdoors this year. So we have several different Yeti coolers. We have, we have a soft-sided Yeti cooler, which are great if you want to take it on a boat. We have a big Tundra 35 Yeti cooler. We have a Rhodey 20, all in super fun colors. And then we also have patio furniture that is also being auctioned off. And we have, for all of our theater lovers, Broadway was so kind to us this year. We have not just one, not just two, but we have 7 signed Broadway cast poster cards.
Wow.
And
great.
another 9 Broadway cast signed playbills.
Fabulous.
And so we've got a lot of really, really great stuff that is going to be, and with our jewelry partner, Diamonds Direct, we have in the silent auction a $2,500 blue topaz pear-shaped necklace. It is a drop necklace in diamonds and blue topaz, and
I think I would look really good in that.
I think you would too, Mr. Marty. It is
royal.
gorgeous.
Topaz is my birthstone, but not blue.
It is,
Right.
that's all right. Just pretend.
I will.
But so
Okay, well, that's great, Caroline.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got lots of good stuff.
So even if you don't want to participate in the auction or whatever, it's still great if you can purchase a ticket and join us for the event that evening, or just purchase a ticket. Nothing says you have to show up,
Yeah,
but we
and
hope
then
you
it's
will.
just a nice donation.
Yeah, and we're all going to dress up. It's going to be a gala affair. So
Donation
we
is the
suggest
key
you
word.
to-
You have to remember
Yes.
this. This is
Yes.
your ticket to view anything that you purchase throughout the day. Any silent. These are donations.
And tax deductible at that.
Tax deductible. Tax deductible. That
and
is
you know what,
huge.
everybody, it's just a great way to support the arts and to support Civic, because we kind of need it right now. We are, we had to cancel 4 shows and our full session of classes. We're doing things online, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
And we're hoping to be able to produce in October, but we're not sure. So
we're all we're all trying to be very hopeful, and I feel like we are hopeful. But yet we are tackling things as they come. A lot of things are uncertain, but the thing that is not uncertain in the performing world of performing arts is we're struggling. We need help, and we're not going to sugarcoat it and say, oh well. No, we need your help. We need your support, and so we were really hoping that
you'll join us on the 11th, June 11th.
June 11th,
Thursday.
It's a Thursday.
Yeah. All right. I think that's all for us, Ms. Holly. So.
Well, it is no, it is not.
Oh.
As the director of education, I cannot believe you would not think about the
we're
fact
going
that
to talk about
we have some June classes coming up.
What day is it? Where am I? It's not even the same. We're not even recording on the same day that we would normally do. So I have every excuse not to know what the heck is going on. Anyway, we do have.
He has every excuse.
We do have a spate of June class offerings.
That's a word.
It is indeed. We've been running for April and May. We did 2 rounds of sort of regular weekly classes, but for June we're going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to be offering sort of one-off workshop opportunities. So we'll have our YAP, sponsored by YAP, brought to you by YAP. But these master classes, we're calling them master classes, are for ages 12 and up. So you can be a 12-year-old or you can be a 42-year-old and take the class. So look for those. Those are going to be on Monday and Thursday evenings at 6 o'clock every Monday and Thursday in June, except for the night of our fundraiser, which is the 11th.
And we're calling them master classes because we have some professional Broadway performers who are going to be coming. And I'm not going to give names out yet, but Miss Ann Beck has secured some people who will be teaching some original choreography from the shows that they are on intermission.
Yes, she's got some connections.
So it's going to be really cool.
So that's going on, and then we'll have junior civic workshops for ages 8 to 12, and those will be on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. So Wednesday mornings at 11 every Wednesday in June, and Miss Holly is working on staffing those. So again, some of your favorites and maybe some surprises in there as well.
That is right.
And then every Tuesday at 11 in the morning, Miss Holly will be doing a special storytime reading. Those will be free.
Yeah.
So you can just tune in, and we'll be posting that information, every Tuesday. Go to this link.
That's more for our preschoolers, but you know what? If a first or second grader wants to hear it, I'm going to be doing more than just reading a story.
A 42-year-old.
Of course. I'm going to be doing more than reading a story. We'll be doing some imagination games and just some things to get us up and moving and keeping our creative juices flowing.
Yes. So that's what we've got going on in June, everybody. We're just doing the best we can, and we hope to see you all there. Those master classes and junior civic workshops will be $20 a piece, or we're gonna offer an option where you can buy a package and it's buy 4 or 5 and get 1 free.
Yeah,
so
we'll figure that out.
Just look for that information. It'll be on the website and all the social media platforms as well. We're excited.
So before we leave, just a couple of things. Number one, Mr. Marty.
Yes.
We're not at the 7-Eleven, but have you gotten any further with your puzzle?
No.
Okay. Do you plan on maybe working on it over the holiday?
I do, and I wish it was something I could take with me. Yeah.
You should just move it to the lake.
I know you can buy these things where you can fold up things. So we'll see.
Okay, just one.
I haven't put it away. It's still sitting there, and I do look at it and go, oh, I should probably.
Well, and my only decoration tip is this. Checkered flags. So here's the thing. In fact, Michael Lashley is the one that helped me or confirmed this for me. The month of May, I always put out my checkered flag, my race stuff. And, in my pots, I have little flags, and you saw the big one. And I just wasn't sure if I should wait till August. And he mentioned to me that the 500 Festival encourages everyone to do that. So they want people to get their race lights out just to feel, because
celebrate that tradition.
Celebrate the tradition. So my thing to you for decoration is this. And then we didn't do a music thing, but I have a sound effect before we leave. Are we ready?
Brace yourself.
Get ready. I'm pretty good at it. All right, here we go. If you didn't know what that was.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engine.
The greatest spectacle in racing.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Let's raise a glass to the future 500 and to all of you and to a great Memorial Day celebrating, of course,
back home again.
Our men and women of service.
Yes.
And of course, those heroes who are out on the front lines of this pandemic is
Definitely.
for you as well.
Yes.
We hope to see you all back for next Friday's edition of Live with Brent Holly.
Live with Brent Holly.
Until then, cheers.
Cheers. Be safe, be well. Bye-bye.